Hello everyone and welcome back to another reaction to Wistoria Wand and Sword, episode 9. Well, the last episode we had Will form a party, and it wasn't the party we expected him to form. It was a party with all the heavy hitters in the school. We have Lihana, the lightning faction leader, Wignall, the wind faction leader, or is he like nature or whatever? I don't know. Either way, he's the green magic at the very least. Julius, the ice magic leader, and Sion, the fire magic guy, and then Colette, the earth magic person who kind of forced her way in at the end, but I'm glad she's hanging around still. And then Will, who is the no magic leader, which he's the leader of a party that's all of his own, but you know what? He's still been recognized as one of the best guys in the school, and that's why well, Lihan at the very least asked him to join the team. Got a little bit of opposition, but they all eventually decide to deal with it, and yeah, they're gonna form this super team to gain as many credits as they can. They got 1 week of basically being able to obtain all the credits as possible inside the dungeon. And we already know how good Will is at exploring the dungeon because he was doing that initially. That's how he was surviving the getting the credits he needed so he wouldn't get expelled at the start of the series. But yeah, there's also that one assassin looking guy who's out there killing the students and trying to do some other shady business that we don't really know all the details of yet. So we're going to be on the lookout for him and seeing what he does, and hopefully he doesn't cause too much of a nuisance for us. But yeah, we got 1 week of dungeon diving, so let's get into it and find out how it goes. There'll be two versions of this reaction. There'll be the timer-based version, want to sync up your own video player to that. Or if you want to stay on this video, there'll be a smaller version of my own video player on the other side of the screen for you. Without further ado, let's get into Wistoria Wand and Sword, Episode 9. Lord Carriots. Logwell.
雷は宝珠、妖精は高慢、氷は大だ。炎帝の杖インスティア・バルハムたる御身以外、適任者はいますまい。
Oh, this guy.
我らが王はまだ帰っておられないのかい？未だ遠征中です。
What's the fire faction up to?
この結界ももう消えようというのに。
Oh. We have bad things happening with the barrier too? Intro? Nope, no intro yet. They're on the move. Oh, they're flying. Thank you for the save. Oh, first monster? That's an ant? That's terrifying. Well, we know they live short lives. Oh, okay. Alright, nice. So she's a close quarters combat mage. Very interesting. Let's get cracking. After the intro, we'll get cracking. Okay, so we have two frontliners in Will and Lihana. And then all the rest are backliners. I don't know if there's one that's going to be a dedicated support, but I mean, we're talking about the best of the best mages in the entire school, so we're not going to be lacking firepower, that's for sure. I mean, like, Julius, he was basically known to be one of the best, and Wignaw and Lehana were right behind him, and then Sion was just the next tier, but still, like, at the top of the next tier. And Colette was right around there, too. And they're all working together now. Well, I don't know how much they'll be working together. Hopefully they can at least be somewhat of a team. But either way, they're traversing the dungeon together. Hopefully we can have some teamwork in the future. Especially if we run into that, like, assassin guy, because he seems like he'll be a tough one to deal with if we do run into him. Oh, here we go.
攻撃魔法防御魔法稲だ答えはサーチ
Search magic.
敵を感知し異常を察知するコモンマジック
And he can't use that.
明治がダンジョンを進む上で必須となる基礎にして極意だ邪魔だ落ちこぼれ索敵が間に合わないいや僕の知覚範囲よりユリウスたちのサーチ範囲の方が広い
Yeah, so they know where all the enemies are.
僕が迎撃するより先に全部片付けられてしまうやっと一体ゼフロス指一撃で
There's too much damn firepower.
思った以上にお荷物だ盾の役割すら果たせないこれは私も君の眼識を疑わざるを得ないかなリアーナ正確には盾になる暇がないだけだ5オーバーエネミー相手には力を発揮してくれる
Hey, thanks for the
だから今
the probably sword.
きっと強いはずだから言ったじゃないかサーチも使えない輩なんて足手まといだと明治は倒したモンスターから発生した魔素を杖に吸収することができるこれによって杖が記録媒体になり学院側は生徒の単位対象の撃破を確認できる仕組みになっているちょっと待ってドロップの収集が終わってないわ大した価値もないドロップを持ち帰る必要なんてないだろうごめんもう大丈夫だから魔素を吸収する
Oh yeah, he has to carry the stuff.
持って帰らないと単位がもらえない上にこうしてパーティーにも嫌われる組んだからには無様を晒すな落ちこぼれウィル大丈夫
Alright.
こうなることは最初から分かってたから僕は別のところ
At least Lehana is still, like, has faith in us. Probably. They're too damn good.
何もできない分かっていた分かっていたけどみんな優秀すぎて出しゃばる暇もない
Your time will come eventually.
本当にただの荷物持ち
Just be patient.
総合実習が始まってもう1日そろそろレストを挟みたいこんなところでかい上等な宿とまでは言わないが気が休まる程度の安全くらいは欲しいななら炎の砦でも気づくとしようナルドリア
Hey, since when did you know flame magic?
うんそうみたい炎自体は幻だけどいきなり炎の領域が生まれてモンスターも警戒してる近づいてこないセルフォルト渡しておいたレーションを全員に配ってくれああうんはいユリウスの分シオンの分イグノールもこれそれ以上近づかず地面に置いてくれ
What?
エルフは認めたものしか肌を許さない誤って君と接触したくないんだ
Alright.
ちょっと私たちはパーティーでしょ
The guy's kind of being a bit of an asshole all of a sudden.
そして私はエルフだ諦めてくれこのパーティーで私が認めているのはリアーナだけだよコレット喧嘩はよそうでもいいんだエルフは文化も慣習も違う 僕は大丈夫だよ。エルフ、ドワーフと同じ異界からの移民でありながら、
Yeah, they are very high and mighty apparently.
魔法種族、マジックユーザー。同胞意識が高く鼻持ちならない。けれどその才能の多くは明治にも勝る。マギアベンデの一角に君臨するのも他ならないエルフの王女。
Yeah, we saw how much of a prick she was when they first like introduced the Magia Vanders.
今後の予定を共有しておく。最優先目標は伯爵のナベルス。単位数110。たった1体しか出現し
It
ない。
looks like a
10
Cerberus.
層のフロアキーパーを撃つ。110。実習の中でも最大単位。
奴に挑んで犠牲者が出るのは恒例と聞く。間違いなく総合実習のボスだ。
私がこのパーティーを作ったのはナベルスを撃つためと言っていい。単位数110を倒す程度の実力はある。
Will can solo it.
党にそう誇示したい。
乗りかかった船だ。途中で降りるつもりはないさ。ただ前菜は無視してメインディッシュから先にいただくのかい？
魔力を温存した万全の状態で挑みたい。他のモンスターはその後だ。異論がなければここからは最短距離で10層へ向かう。
僕が今日得られたのはたったの5単位。今のままじゃダメだ。フロアキーパーの討伐。怖くないって言ったら嘘になるけど。
You got this, buddy.
言ってくるよ、エルフィ。
Oh. There's this guy again.
何やってんだ首なし。上の連中はぶっ殺してきたのか。
Jesus.
めんどくさくなっちゃった。だから地獄を食ってきたよ。
So it's like two of them. I wonder if they're like the same person. There's one that's an actual like has a body and the other one has no head. And is aptly named Headless.
他のパーティーの仕業か？
いや、それはありえない。
メースキャンプも寄らずに最短ルートでここまで来た。僕たちより先行してる生徒なんているはずがない。
They're gonna run into Mr. Headless.
魔法の形跡がない。純粋な力で引き裂かれている。
That's his specialty.
ナベルスが出現するルームはこの先だ。
ダンジョンが
Very ominous. Yeah.
まさか。
It's already dead. Oh boy.
サーチを。どういうこと？
マソが無産しきっていない。
殺されて間もない。
フロアキーパーの惨殺。誰がこんなことを。
Oh boy, I guess we're
万能だ。だが無敵じゃない。巧妙なトラップは捕捉しにくく、明治ならば隠密魔法、ハイドを用いるだろう。そしてモンスターの
we're about to fight those two, it seems. It looks like we're getting right into it. Whoa. What the hell is that thing? Oh my god. Oh boy. What is this? This isn't the monster I thought we were gonna run into. I thought we were gonna run into those two like assassins. Uh-oh. He's going to touch him. Sorry for touching you, Wignall, but had to be done. Save your life.
ごめん腕がここは10層よりさらに下
They're like in hell, literally.
外領域11層だって見ただろ僕たちは下のフロアに落ちたんだふざけるなふざけるなよ11層からは塔の領域ハイメージしか踏み入ることのできない危険地帯だぞ
That Colette bleeding?
悪夢の腹渡15層まで続く広大な層域迷宮の構造もモンスターの力もこれまでのフロアとは一線を画する
Or that's the Hana. Yeah.
問題ない崩落の際岩が当たっただけだ周囲には私たち以外誰もいない
Oh, they're split up now.
11層で孤立は致命的だ速やかに他の者と合流しなければダンジョンに食い殺される私たちもセルフォルトたちも
Oh man, we are in dangerous territory all of a sudden. So we're split into 3 groups. It's Sion and Julius, Lihana and Colette, and then Wignall, Will.
明治ごときの学院でくすぶっているとは
我らが幻想もろくに使いこなせないのか恥を知れ
God, elves suck.
一族の面汚しめお前はいらない
待って待って
無能な片腕など必要あるまい
She just cut his freaking arm off?
ここは気づいてよかった
このモンスターまさか一人で
応急処置を
触るな私はエルフだ触れるな無能者
You are not one to talk right now.
いつか殺されるとしても放っておくことなんかできないその腕を手当てさせてほしい
応急処置くらい自分でできる道具を出せ
イグノールは負傷荷物も一部の医療道具を除いてほぼ失ってしまったロスティのマジックアイテムも含めてサブウェポンは都合3
A few magic items will be useful.
コレットたちも同じ蛍光セットを所持しているはずだから2日は持ついや11層という極限状態を考えれば
Yeah, they're gonna be going through stuff a lot more
24
frequently.
僕たちに残されたタイムリミットイグノールコレットたちとの合流を優先したい迷宮を動き回ることになるけどできる
ダンジョンで遭難した際救援を待つのがセオリーのはずだ
行動を起こさないと死ぬダンジョンはそういう場所だと僕は思ってるそれにあの怪物が10層にいる限り救援は遅れると思う
What the heck is that thing anyway, if that's not the dungeon boss?
スタンピードだワークナー押し寄せたモンスターによってベースキャンプは全滅した
全滅ブルーノたちは
Oh my god.
殺されているよ何者かに首をねじ切られて手持ち以外のメイザーも全て潰されている9層以下の情報がわからないがこの8層と同じく混沌と化している可能性が高い
So it's those two that are doing this?
スタンピードだけでなく学院教師も殺害偶然などありえない何者かの企て一体何が起こってるワークだ総合実習は中止だエドワルド先生イレギュラーによって生徒たちが危うい我々も出るぞはい
Huh, what's up with you, Rusty? You're acting mighty suspicious right now. Search ain't gonna be nearly as effective down here.
サーチの使用は控えた方がいい。いくらコモンマジックでも乱用すれば消耗する。今は魔力の温存を優先し。
うるさい。またあの時みたいに奇襲されたらどうする。ここは11層だ。予断は許されない。危険地帯でそんな悠長なことを。
サーチの目安は時間じゃなく距離。サーチ範囲にもよるけど、最低でも140メール間隔。僕の歩幅は約70セールだ。200歩進んだら教えるから、そのタイミングでサーチを使ってほしい。僕たちの知覚範囲は違う。役割分担をして効率化を図りたい。付近の索敵は危機と僕に任せて。サーチに引っかからない敵の奇襲は絶対に潰す。
Will's starting to become the leader.
遠く離れた敵の警戒を、大軍とのエンカウントを避けたい。今すべきことは奇襲を恐れることじゃなく、交戦自体の回数をできる限り減らすことだ。
どうして、なぜこの状況でそんな風に落ち着いている。
You have to stay calm or else you'll die.
塔を登るには無理やりにでも実習の単位を。
He's been down here a lot.
ダンジョンのことは何だって調べたし、何だって試した。褒められたことじゃないけど、いろいろなフロアで100回は遭難してる。経験をした分、君より少しだけ対処の仕方がわかる。それだけだよ。
Man, here I thought Wignall was the more rational one. That's really turned around this episode. Got some pigs.
悪霊の豚、ケルゲさん。他のルートには別の群れの気配がある。ここは戦うしかない。前は僕がやる。イグノールは後ろの一匹を。
矢尻を射抜け、ベルデスラーナ。
He's got this. You better start putting that respect back on Will's name.
なぜアーマで動ける。なぜこの状況で戦える。知識を知恵に変え、認知を基地に変え続け、彼はアーマで強くなったというのか。それに比べて私は、僕は
Yeah.
迎撃の栄唱は間に合わない。一度姿をくらませて立て直す。ナルドリアン。ダメだ、ダメだ、イグノール。そのモンスターは。
Oh, Will with the save. That monster ain't afraid of the illusion.
大丈夫。ケルゲさんは目がない代わりに嗅覚が異常発達してる。幻影の類は効かないんだ。
なんて無様だ。
切り替えよう。君は優秀なエルフだ。次はちゃんと対策を。
違うんだ。優秀なんかじゃない。僕は落ちこぼれなんだ。
Hey, welcome to the team. Is that our ending? Oh, that's our ending. So Wignall is the will of the elves. Or that sounds weird when I say it that way. Wignall is the Selfort of the elves. So are elves' magic really that powerful where he's actually like, even though he's one of the top mages in the school, he's actually still one of the worst elves when it comes to using magic? It's kind of embarrassing how there aren't more elves at the top of the Magia of Ander. It's probably because of their, crappy attitude, to be fair. Well, I didn't expect so much of a Wignall focus during this exam thing. Not really an exam, but like a dungeon diving event. But that seems to be the case, which is interesting too. I thought it would be more about Vihana because she was the one that initiated everything, but it's turned out, at least so far, to be about Wignall. All right. So that was Wistoria, Wand and Sword, episode 9, and we've started our dungeon diving quest to earn a lot of credits. At first, it wasn't going so well for Will because everyone, obviously being in the Dream Team party, everyone's just too damn good at their job, so Will wasn't able to do anything. He would just kind of just be in the pack mule, and even like everyone was just going back to talking crap about him for a while. Even Wignall was doing it, which I thought he was a little bit better than that, but it turned out he wasn't much better at all. Just initially was better, I guess. But yeah, after going for a while, everything was pretty smooth sailing. They decided to make a mad dash for the floor 10 dungeon boss, which is like a Cerberus kind of creature. What they call like a Nobris or something like that. But by the time they got there, it was already dead, and it was killed by what apparently is a much more powerful monster. I thought it might have been those two like assassin guys, the headless one and the regular one. But apparently it wasn't, or maybe it wasn't. Then that other monster showed up anyway. But either way, it was the Cerberus was already dead when they got there, and then that other monster, which is apparently a lot more scary. I don't know what it was called. No one like gave it a name or anything. Um, kind of just beat the crap out of them. It did a number on Wignall, and then it like separated the group. It knocked them down to floor 11, which is like super dangerous territory where they only let like the top tier mages go down to that far, not the the school mages at the very least go in there. And yeah, the group got separated. We have Julius and Sion as one group, Colette and Lihana as one, and then Will and Wignall was the last one. And Wignall, we got a little bit of backstory on what his life was like. We've seen that the elves treated him just as bad as everyone else was treating Will. And it's kind of like annoying that he acts the way he does toward Will. Like when he like was going to touch him that time to try to heal him, he like called him a no talent again. So even though he was talking like how unbecoming that is of the other two for saying that stuff, he's gone and started saying it too. So apparently he's not much better than them. And even during the few fights they've had in floor 11, he's like acting scared and like not thinking straight. He's like overthinking things too much. And that nearly cost him his life against those like swine creatures, and Will had to save him once again because he's just not really thinking straight and just not acting properly. He's like too like freaked out about the whole situation. But Will has a lot of experience in the dungeon, so he's able to stay like calm, cool, and collected through it so far. And he's trying to like guide Wignall through it all. And then at the end of the episode, Wignall finally admitted that he's like, he's the Will Selfort of the elves, basically. He's the one that's been treated so poorly by them. And that's where we left it at. So I'm guessing in the next episode, we're going to be starting by like hearing that full backstory and him telling it to Will. So yeah, that'll be pretty interesting. We're learning a lot more about him than I thought we would throughout the so far with this like arc we're having inside the student praxis. But yeah, there's still a lot of problems we got to deal with. Obviously, there's that one big scary monster that killed the Cerberus we have to deal with, and then there's obviously the assassin people doing whatever they're doing, which we have to worry about as well. And the group is separated right now too, so we got to like get back together so we can deal with all those problems. But yeah, a lot of interesting things going on, a lot of bad things going on. So hopefully we can start getting some good things going on in the next few episodes to hopefully have everything get back to relatively normal and safe. So with that, thank you everyone for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed and want to see more. This has been Wistoria, Wand and Sword, episode 9, and I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye.